Hey, what's up, guys? This is DJ. New and updated mods have been released on the mod hub for Farm Sim 22. In total, today we have 18 mods for all platforms. We got 5 new and 5 updates. PC and Mac players have 2 new and 6 updates. In this video, I'll show you all the new mods plus their customization, and we got a new map as well. And we'll also review all the mods that got updated. Starting off today with some new mods for all platforms. Got a new map, and I don't know how to say it. It's in the description, and it was in the cards just a second ago. Yeah, it's there. I don't want to make myself sound awful. It is based off of a real place, off of a Finnish television show. This is a Finland map overall. There is some farming. There's also plenty of logging, as you guys can see as well. Or maybe you can look at it as it's not logging. It's just trees, and there's some fields in the woods. You can think of it like that, too. I always like a little secret field into woods. That's my thing right there. On here, we've got 12 contracted fields in various shapes and sizes. There are 48 pieces of land right here, as you can see, covered mostly by rocky coniferous forests. 3 viable private roads that connect parcels and main roads. Winter maintenance of these smaller roads is up to you. There's also 2 small lakes that surround woodlands, or are surrounded by woodlands, rather. Pretty cool area through here. One interesting thing I found is there's no starting equipment in new farmer mode, which sees what you get, and you only get 100 grand to buy that new equipment as well. I don't know if I've ever seen a map before where you couldn't. Yeah. Also, there's no land that you own either. So I would recommend everyone never do new farmer mode on this map. Make sure that you're doing farm manager or start from scratch. Start from scratch, you'll get less money. So just do farm manager. You'll at least get $1.5 million. And will that help you guys out? Look at this quaint little farm. I love that. Well, let's take a look here. So $148,000 for that. As far as fields go, here we go. 300, 200, 130, 166, 60. So they're smaller, at least in price. So I think start from scratch or farm manager should do you okay. Again, least on, nothing is in there. They do have a custom soil map for precision farming, which is very, very nice. They've also got a custom shader for all of the lighting. That is nice as well. And yeah, growth calendar. Let's take a look at that. Custom growth calendar as well, as you can see right through here. And that is about it. Next, we got something really cool, something we talked about in Farm Sim News a lot. For Mac Trucker 921, the Flatbed service truck. This bad boy right here, it can be used to transport bales or anything that needs flat area. We've also got a gooseneck attachment and a regular trailer hitch back there. Some other cool stuff. It's got a mobile fuel tank to refill your equipment with 1,000 liter capacity. We also have realistic strobe lights for higher visibility, they say. Max speed on here is 74 miles per hour, and it's got 2 different engine configurations. We have stock gas, and we have the turbo diesel, 225 up to 525. It does come with a manual transmission, 120 liters of fuel on board anyway. I guess you could refuel yourself if you needed to, and weighs 4.5 tons. Not a whole lot to it other than that. Wheel brands, we have Continental. We also have Lizard tires and back and forth. In Lizard, we got lifted and standard, and Continental is lifted and standard. Main body color, here you go, there it is. The main color itself that it starts with doesn't have a name, but I don't think most of them do. As far as your color options go, well, there you go. Yeah, that's it's called toothpaste, not green too. SCU Mac. Otherwise, everything else, we've got a ton of colors in here. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. As far as your interior colors, we can change those into the oof, that hurts my eyes red, or blue rather, and then we've got a tank, fuel tank. Let's go with chrome orange for that. Bet that won't look good. Actually, it looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. We also have some really bumper and push. Let's go with violet to match the interior. This is an awful looking truck. I'm so sorry, Mac. Let's go with gold wheels. There you go. What a vehicle. I'm going to lease one real quick. Let's listen to it. So at least the version that I've selected has what sounds to be either a stock setup or something like that. Wheels or lights are just on and off. And holy cow, strobes. Yeah, talk about high visibility. Goodness gracious. Next up, we got a very cool older Fendt. This is the 509 510, aka the Fendt Favorit 500 4-cylinder. That's right, it is back. One of my favorite small tractors from FS19. Starting off, we got 95 horsepower. It does have a manual plus power shift transmission, as you would expect. 135 liters of fuel, 24 mile per hour max speed. Engine options, so we got that 95. We could bump that up to a 105, a 125, and back down. So 509, 510, and 510C engines on there, or tuning rather. Wheel options go from Trelleborg. We also have Nokia, BKT, Continental, Midas, Michelin, Vredestein, and back yet again. A little out of order, but they are all there nonetheless. And we've got basically everything you would expect to see, like those wide tires on there. Designs we have without beacon. We have one on the left, one on the right, and both of them. Design, we have no carpet on the inside, or we can go with a Fendt carpet. Design, we have Fendt original exhaust. We also have the chrome exhaust, back and forth between both of those. Attachments, without front PTO or with front PTO, just back and forth between those. You always get that front 3-point. Front loader option, we have a Stoll console. Nice. I'm so glad they put the Stoll on there. We have the Hauer or nada. So no quickie console on this one. Is it quickie or quick? I was writing for some news this morning. I was like, have I been saying this wrong? I don't know. We do have a lot of different Fendt colors. So we have original, new green, old metal, new metal, bright green. We also have new green, same titles again, just different shade of green. We also have some different color whites, some dark greens, petrol blue, my favorite. We have black, and we have communal for those roadside orange stuff. Rib colors, we've got reds, white, gray, black, and orange to match up with those perfectly. We're going to go with black, and then you got your license plate. Awesome tractor. Next to last new mod for all platforms today is going to be the old brick pack. We've got a bunch in here. Check this out. 6 models in total. They can all be found in sheds. So we have the L-shaped barn right there. We've also got the big barn with passage down the center. We have a small shed. Very nice. We have a big shed, if you guys want to go there. Then we have the smaller barn, and then the story barn. Don't know what that is, but we will get there. Yo, these things look awesome. Like, they look really good. The wood looks pretty good as well. I think you could utilize every single one of these mods in building a single farmyard, or maybe multiple versions of a farmyard as well. Complete drive-through right here on the first one. Also, look at the roof. That looked pretty good. Let's come over here to the second model now, the big barn with passage. So this is a passing through down the middle. We do have drive-through barns on both sides, and then the upstairs looks like it's completely open. So if you got a stinky straw or something like that in here, it's not going to heat up the whole place. We got a smaller barn, nothing too crazy about this. No lights or anything like that. Just kind of is what it is. We got a bigger shed, or a bigger open up shed. Nice brick columns, beautiful woodwork on the inside. Very nice through there. And then lastly, we have the small barn, a big barn, or small shed, big shed. I'm not quite sure which one these are. This one is not a drive-through. It's just two doors, but again, matches everything else. And then we got a bigger one. So these are probably more for a combine harvester. You've got an area right here. This is the story barn. Must be because it's 2 stories. Let's go upstairs and take a look. Let's have this little small area right here in case you want that. Ooh, wide. Look at this. See the stairs? See how wide they are? Makes it so nice to just walk up here. And we have a full area to walk up in here. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to put stuff up in here. I don't think we could quite reach this. But we can get out. So it is open. So if you can yeet some bales up there, might be able to be just fine. And lastly, new ones for all platform, Woodstorage. So this is actually 3 different mods. This is the first one. So it's just the left side and the right side put together. What you do is you put your wood on here. It's kind of angled forwards a little bit, or you can load from the other side if you want. Completely open on the bottom. Plenty of room to get in some grapples or log forks, whatever you got. Should make it easy. That is a 2-meter spread. Then we've got one that is 8 meters. At least I think it's 2 meters. It says between 2 and 8, but that looks like maybe double at the most. So definitely not 2 to 8. This is probably 8 though. Nonetheless, same thing. They're just spread out a little further apart. However, if you'd like to build your own, there's a single. So you could do that. They are in silos, which I do find interesting. However, it is technically a silo for wood, so there is that. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Make sure you get it all lined up properly, and then you could place down your own, just like that. And now we got it for a smaller bed. All right, making our way into mod updates for all platforms. First is Ostseeküste 22, version 111. Terrain smooth, floating objects and trees have been fixed. Decoration on the farms can now be sold. Fertilizer and seed can now be bought at DjGoHam. New fruit textures, farms defined on the PDA. Bales can now be sold in the BGA bunker, and fruit grow fixes. You will need a new save game for this to take place. They also say in multiplayer, farm decorations, fences, hedges, and halls at Gutshire can now be sold via the Alstenstein farm. There you go. To do silage bell missions, you will need to buy the BGA and have fun on the map. This also got an update for PC and Mac players, but I think it's a little bit different, so we'll go over that later. We also got an update to the very popular John Deere A from EY Modding. This is version 1001. Fixed wear and dirt issues. Next is the Koeckerling Trio 300 Ilm version 1.1. New skin and various bugs have been squished. Next to last update for all platforms is the Stonehog 430 Cultivator version 1.2. Added many new color configurations and redid the XML. And your very last update today for all platforms, the Modernized Flour Mill version 1.4. They've added big food output and redid the mod description. Making our way into new mods for PC and Mac players. Got two of them. Got a baby bale maker. Check this out. So this is the Paksan Hammer. 50 horsepower is required, 7 miles per hour, and it makes 120 centimeter little baby square bales. Very, very cool. It does have a working width as well. They say is 1.19 meters, which isn't massive, but it's not bad either. So that's pretty good, at least for a baby baler. We got the license plate, but really that is it. I will say this, the design on this and the details that have been put into this definitely pay off. This thing looks good. And your only other new one for PC and Mac players today is Shopping Cart from JMZ. This is out on PC and Mac only. I'm not quite sure why. My only guess would be that they didn't care to put it on consoles, but that's all I got. If I hear anything else, I'll let you guys know in Farm Sim News. Anyway, this has 20 horsepower. It has a variable transmission, as you would expect. It is electric as well. Did you know that? 6 miles per hour. Weighs 460 kilograms, which I don't know if I've ever seen a shopping cart that weighs half of a ton before. Main color, got a bunch of these in here. We'll just go with blue. How about that? And then for the design color itself, we'll go with red, because it's going to be on the bottom. And then we'll go with yellow for that. I don't know where this would be from, but there you go. Let's first person is the default there. Let's turn it on. I don't know what it's going to sound like. Let's see. It's electric. That's the thing. And here we go with the shopping. Get a little drifty boy action going on. Yay! Breaking the wrists, of course. Got to break your wrist every time you go to grocery shopping. And the rear wheels turn as opposed to the front ones. But I'm guessing that was just to make it look like it drives as good as it possibly can. It's interesting to say the least. We do have some tension belt straps on there. Do we have anything else cool that we could do with this? No, just turn it on, turn it off. Wait, it says turn on shopping cart, but stop engine. Let's do that. Turn on shopping cart. It didn't do nothing. All right, making our way into mod updates for PC and Mac players. We have the Ostseeküste 22 version 1.1.1. Terrain smooth, floating objects and trees have been fixed. Decoration on the farms can now be sold. Fertilizer and seed can now be bought at DjGoHam. New fruit textures, farms defined on the PDA. Bales can now be used in the BGA bunker, and fruit grow fixes. You will need a new game save for this to take effect. Next, we've got an update to production revamp. This is version 1.4, so they've got bug fixes and they've got quote-unquote innovations. Let's go over the bug fixes first. So it's a correction of the recipe and fill level indicators for extra wide monitors. Purchase price adjustments work now also with fillable purchase silos. Store items via the revamp productions have mod titles again, and Lumber Trigger now adjusts its text without reloading between selling and storing. Now, as far as the quote-unquote innovations go, the possibility to use animals in productions, hidden production lines, direct selling and distributing made deactivatable, is that a word? Silo and production spawner can now store more than one item at a time. At the silo, you can now be selected the seedling type when removing corresponding pallets. After removing a seedling type, the correct tree species is now displayed. When removing logs, so lengths of 1 to 20 meters can now be selected, which is adjustable. The XML default is 6 meters for that. Goods in productions are sold when selling and demolishing them. Mix mode and booster mode have been added for the whole production and production lines. Production modes are displayed as a separate line in the overview now, and new and updated translations. One heck of an update. Thirdly, we have the Lubricating Grease. This is version 1.8.2. A grease compatibility of the mod. Fix the game file references after the game update 1.8, which is not mentioned in the game change logs. How's about an update to production? Info Hud version 1.1.1. Fix the bug with the Revamp 1355. Brazilian translations have been added. Split production lines are now calculated correctly in the production overview. Production overview now shows the quantity without boosters in the brackets behind the quantity without boosters, and fixed a bug that nothing was shown when loading the save game if only sales data were selected last. Your next to last mod update for PC and Mac players today is the time-saving stock check version 1003. Fixed object storage support on dedicated servers. Fixed an issue with pumps and hoses hose pallet. Added the bunker silo and fermenting bells. Added total line and added global goods transport pallet support. And your last mod update for PC and Mac players, and your last mod today, the reduce engine braking force version 1002. Script adaptation to patch 1.8.2 point whatever for the game. So further script optimizations, the adaptation of FS22 realism add-on gearbox from Modeliker. You also have changed behavior with the Vario transmission, added speed steps, added acceleration ramp, added braking ramp, and Regiscript from Modelizer to improve performance. Well, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed to the channel if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure those notification bells are on as well. That way, you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. Speaking of daily videos, we've already released Farm Sim News. We'll leave that linked in the top of the description so you guys can check it out if you haven't seen it already. We talked about the John Deere 4020 Gleaner coming to consoles, possibly. Don't know how that's going to happen, but we talked about it, as well as the in-dump trailer pack from Crawl Farms. Got a little update for that as well. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Otherwise, just hope you have a great day and happy Monday. We'll see you guys later. Peace.